Morning to everyone. It's a great pleasure to see you all here. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Sneha from Hyderabad. I am currently pursuing degree final year and welcome to inSAKE Academy. inSAKE Academy is a place for specified knowledge and explore a variety of skills to start successful career. And I would like to introduce today's presenter, Harshal Dilwani. Harshal Dalwani is the youngest director and in Uttarakhand, a top-ranked BSc graduate in hospitality and hotel administration. Sir is an MBA gold medalist from IILM with specialization in marketing and entrepreneurship from IIM Bangalore. In 2017, Sir became the director and the CEO of the company. Sir is passionate about guest and employee experience and is actively involved in re-engineering and restructuring of systems and processes of the company. Sir is passionate of exploring new technologies and working with different people. Not only that, he is a public speaker, motivating, inspiring the next generation on startups, struggles, leaderships, and values based on his own learning. Sir, we heartily welcome you for today's session, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
So, should I switch on my camera or is it okay like this?
Sir, you can switch on your camera, sir. So it will be more interactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in that case, I would request all the participants to switch on their cameras too.
Yeah, sir. That's for sure. I would like every participant to on your cameras. So it will be more lively and enthusiastic.
Now it is good?
Yeah, sir. It's good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Superb, sir. It's a great pleasure to see you here, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Shall we start, sir?
A very good morning, sir.
Yes, very good morning, Dipali. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Before starting, I just wanted to request your audio is quite low. So, if possible, yes.
Is it audible now?
No, it's still very low.
Okay. I'll set it up accordingly.
No problem, but the hosts, I think so, audio is good, so no problem in that case.
Wonderful.
Shall we start, sir?
You are most welcome to start.
Yes.
Is it a recording session?
Yes, sir. It's a recording session.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sir. We would like to interview with few questions, sir, so that everyone will get to know more about you. Yeah. Shall we start, sir, with your first question?
But you have to be louder.
Yeah, sir. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Here's your first question. When and how did you start your career journey?
So if you talk about my career in a professional life, I started my career when I was approximately 16 to 17 years old. When I entered into the business of hospitality industry. So in that, it was back in 2013 or 14, where the company actually launched its first resort in the country. So I was hardly 17 years old. And in 2017, I became the youngest director of Uttarakhand, which was heading two companies at the same time. And in 2021, I became the youngest CEO and has been awarded as the youngest CEO by Business Nation TV and Global Business Icons, as well as has been awarded as the Entrepreneur of the Year by Sparks Nexus this year itself.
And your next question is that what is your challenge that you have faced when you became an entrepreneur at a very young age?
There were many challenges. It's not any one challenge what you go on when you become an entrepreneur. So the first main challenge was that I was never from a hospitality background. So previously, I was being focusing on becoming an engineer when I was there in the high school. So I never had in my dreams to open a resort or being associated with any of these hospitality industries. So when I was in a high school, say in class 12, so suddenly the company or my parents had got an ambition of opening a resort or entering into the hospitality industry. So that was the one biggest challenge for me, because from giving up engineering and then going to an hospitality industry and doing hotel management was a big challenge for me, because it was totally different subjects. It was totally a different journey for me. And from that moment of point, I feel that it was totally quite a difficult task. And then, of course, there are big challenges when I fully joined the company in way back in 2020. So the first main challenge was that of my age. I was being the youngest in the company, and even the executives are over 30s here, and even the general managers, everybody is much older to me. So sometimes your post is maybe higher to them, but your age is not favorable to dedicate your authority to them. So sometimes you have to develop an adaptability. You have to come up with something new. You have to come up with something new ideas, and you have to indulge your potential in them. So that was a quite difficult task to adjust in that atmosphere where your post is higher but your age is much younger. The second difficulty which I feel was the pandemic. I feel that was the one of the biggest difficulties one would have faced, because as soon as I joined the company, I faced this pandemic problem. And in that moment of time, that was a very tough phase to handle the crisis, because the world has never faced these types of crisis ever in the world. So that was the one I mean to say the second biggest challenge beside my age factor. And rest other challenges are natural for everybody. If you talk about the market or if you talk about the competitors, I feel that that challenges is for everyone, and that's nothing new for us. Apart from that, my journey is very good. I'm enjoying my work, and that is more important. So challenges are always in the path.
Oh, that's great, sir. What are your top three qualities to become a successful entrepreneur?
Top three qualities. It's not actually top three. There are many other things which an entrepreneur have to go into their path. But yes, if you talk about something that I am very passionate about my work, so that has been the one main thing that I've been more focusing on. If you're not passionate towards your work, if you're not goal oriented, if you don't know what you are doing and you are not loving your work, I think so then you cannot become an entrepreneur. The second thing is I was very focused from being a part of this hospitality industry, because when I just completed my graduation in hospitality and hotel administration and then did my master's in business administration, then also my focus was very clear that I never wanted to take up a job and I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So these type of determinations you have to have in yourself, and you have to be more confident, so that can help you in growing in your future. And the third and the last thing was I was very honest to myself. I think so that is one main thing that everyone should possess in oneself. If you are not honest to yourself, I don't think so then you will be doing justice to what you are doing. That was the one main thing I have been focusing on till date. So if I am not doing uh, full, I'm not doing my work with that full potential or with a complete honesty, I don't think that uh, the work which I'm doing will give you that. So being honest is one main thing. It can be any of the ways.
That's nice, sir. And your next question is, what are the 5 key takeaways that would transform yourself and your life?
5 key
Takeaways, yeah.
takeaways. Maybe there are many takeaways if you talk in that sense, because being from a family where you get everything, it is quite tough to prove yourself in this market, because every time you have to push your abilities to have a certain age or maybe a certain work or maybe a certain position in a company. So the first takeaway was I am very down to earth type of a person. So that is very much needed in today's word, because if you're very down to earth, your profile, you're keeping a low profile, and I think so you are just focusing on your work. That is the one main takeaway which I have been more focusing on. The second takeaway is I was very determined because I had been very much into that nothing is impossible in life. So failure is the word that never exists in my dictionary. So that is the second takeaway which I take, because if you're not ready to accept the failures of your life, then I don't think the success will come. So accepting the failures is one main thing which I have been focusing on, and is the second takeaway which I feel everyone should have. The third thing is, which I feel is very much required, is the lifelong learning. If you are not learning from your adults or with your fellow mates or with anyone, with your employees who are much experienced than you, I think so that can create a problem. So I have always dedicated to myself to a lifelong learning. That is very important. The next or the other factors, which is a fourth takeaway, which I feel is the most, is actually adaptability. How you adapt to the market. That is very much important, because if you are not adapting to different cultures, to different people who are working in your organizations, then it is not right. Because in today's dynamic world, where everything is changing very fast, you need to develop an adaptability skills. The fifth and the last thing which I possess is quite very similar, or what I have already spoken is quite hardworking, which I can say a different word to it. So if you are not doing hard work in your life, then I don't think you can achieve your dreams. So dreaming big and working hard to achieve your dream should be the fifth takeaway from my side.
That's a great sir, and it's very useful for us. And how do you feel to be a CEO at a very young age?
Uh, Everybody feels nice to become an CEO. But the word itself feels very confident. The person feels quite mature. The responsibilities increases, and in yourself you feel that yes, you have achieved something. But it's not only our achievement, or anybody feels that becoming a CEO is a great thing or it requires any additional skills. It's not true. It's actually not true. It is quite easy, or if you have an ambition to become it, and you have a right channel to do so, or you are following the right path, then becoming a CEO or any company side is not at all enough.
And your next question, how does it feel to have people who are elder to you in both experience and age to work under you?
Yes, so that was the first challenge which I've already told you. So this challenge was the biggest challenge for me, because when I was studying, that time my company was being run by my parents or by the family. So I used to see my employees, see my managers, my general managers, other employees in the company who used to treat me like the sir, the the next boss is here, is still studying. But now when you come up in the company as CEO, as a director, and you take up as a full-time job, then it is quite tough, because they are not actually ready to accept you. They still think that you are still a young chap who is still studying, or they still treat you like a child. So sometimes it's very tough. But yes, slowly and gradually you can adjust it to them. There are certain things where you need to put a hold on it. You need to put a cap on them, and there are certain ways to do it. You cannot do it by just authoritating them, or just by putting up all the orders on them. So you need to devote time on them. You need to adjust. The one big problem was there, at least previously the company was running as a traditional, on a traditional basis. Maybe that was the one main thing at that moment of time that was needed. But when I came up as a director CEO, I wanted to run the company in more modern way, in a more technology friendly way, coming up with more innovations, with more technology friendly, with more IT background. So initially that developed a great difficulty in adjusting. Even the employees also felt that yes, there has been some new changes. So it is quite tough for everybody to adjust initially, but over the period of time they accept you, that they actually treat you as your boss, and they try to learn new things. And even it's not that they will learn from you. There are certain things or the certain times there are situations where you need to come up and you need to sit with your employees or need to sit with your higher management and take their experiences into account to take new decisions in further expansion or in further decisions of the company. So their experience, I think, is more needed because we might be having the education, we might be having the skills, but the experience is the main factor which we need to take from the employees which are already working in your company for past few years.
And your next question is, what are the foundational activities to build a stable and successful business?
Activities in what sense? You want
Like
or we will take about any social things?
social and business, regarding business and all.
So what is the basic idea of sustainability? Is that the main question?
Yeah, sir.
See, because of sustaining any business, if you say the activities which we follow is first that we actually cater or we actually value our employees. So that is the one biggest thing I think every company should do. They do not value their employees. If you treat your employee like an employee, I don't think a company can work in future or can expand. But yes, we as a Clarissa group, we always value our customers as a family. We never treat them as an employee. So when you start treating your employees as a family, then you can see the productivity of the employee increases. And that can actually give you a good output. So that was the one main thing that we have been following. Apart from that, we have been a debt-free company. So debt-free company always gives you an advantage over the other companies which are having a huge amount of loans and fundings. So that is also builds a confidence in the employees who are already working with you. So that is the one main additional thing which you can say that we are having and we are following it. So having a debt-free company is always an advantage. So that is the additional activity which as sustainability model which we are following it. The third activity is we are generating the employment. And the employment is not the normal employment which we are generating. We are also generating the employment for the people who are physically disabled or physically challenged. So it's not only that you need to be educated in this hospitality industry. Even the people who are partners, even the people who are doing housekeeping or any other activities that are physically able, the Clarissa gives you an opportunity to get employed. So that is the third main thing which we are doing it. Apart from that, we are also doing women empowerment. So if you see the areas which we are having, there is low grade of skill workers, there is low grade of education level. So we are actually helping the women to come up with a doing a job in these industries and get skilled. So having a women empowerment in the company is very good, and I feel that India can only develop if you have a good women empowerment. The fourth thing, if you talk about, is we are having a good sustainability and helping in ecotourism. So that is the one of the main thing which we are sustaining on. If you talk about solar panels, if you talk about the sewage treatment plants, is helping the forest department and doing other social activities. So that is the one big area of concern nowadays, which any company or is not looking around. So we at Clarissa Group is looking around all the ecotourism and promoting as much as saving the ecosystem as much as possible. Fifth and the last thing, if you talk about, we are also generating employment opportunities and also training to all these MBA students, the hospitality students, which they have got in the form of industrial training. So that also gives an advantage for them to learn from our company as a hospitality industry company or from a real estate developer company or from growing how to work in a live environment, because it's totally different from any other industry. So these are the basically five activities which we are doing it to cater to the market and actually having it to sustain in this upcoming market.
And next question is, does the traditional and modern approach clash at times?
Yes, that is the very good question. I feel they usually clash it because when it was pandemic time in 2022, the situation was not at all favorable for any hospitality industry or aviation industry at that time, they were being severely affected. So to come up with something new idea was quite tough, because you see in any of the hospitality industry, mostly every hotel follows the same procedure. There is a traditional procedure that whenever you come to any resort or any hotel, you have to go to the check-in counter, you have to fill all your details, and then you will be allotted to your rooms. So that is the very quite traditional, and that is the one main procedure which has been following over the last few years, or you can say 100 of years now. But I wanted to do something different. So in 2020, I developed a website where we provided the web checking facilities to our customers, and we became the first resort in the country to come up with a web checking technology. Initially, that was not at all accepted, and everybody thought that this technology would not be working in these remote areas or these hospitality industry. Because see, what is a web check-in? If I talk about the web check-in, is clearly that you can check into your rooms while you were sitting at your home, or while you were driving, or while you were coming here. But this technology was not at all seen in the hospitality industry. You can always see this industry in the movie theaters for booking the seats, in aviation industry like airplanes for booking your seats, or booking a window seat or a aisle seat or something like that. But this technology was never being introduced in a hospitality industry. But while I was developing this, I got quite good criticism even from the employees that, sir, you are wasting your time. This cannot be possible. People will not accept it because they are not used to following it. But nowadays, when you have to come up with something new and you overcome this pandemic, you have to do something innovative. You have to come up with new technology. So first of all, we created a web check-in. Second, we created a digital menu. Second thing was coming up with a digital payment option. So that actually created a quite good, handsome amount of distance from an employee to our customers. And now the customer do not have to wait on the reception for quite a long to get through. So they can just check in from their homes and they can directly come up their rooms. And even they can order their food while sitting at their rooms. So these technologies are still lacking in our country, I feel. But we as a Teresa group has launched these type of technologies and being more advancing. So developing into 100% electronic resort was quite a difficult challenge, because say the people were not that skilled enough to accept those things or to learn that software, or I have to give a lot of training to them to get adjusted what it actually was. Even we have to give the trainings to or demonstration to the customers which actually were coming in the property. Like if they do not want to wait for a long period of time, then surely they can use the advantage of web check-in and they can avail this offer. So yes, it was a quite challenging moment. Even our software stayed initially for the last 2-3 months. So after it took around 4 to 5 months to develop the software, and then we launched it on a big scale like a news media, and then this was being able to come.
And how do you generate new ideas for the growth of the company?
See, generating an idea is one main thing that everybody is doing in nowadays. If you see the competition is so much hard to sustain in this market.
Yeah,
So even any property is coming, it is coming with something new every time, every single day. So if you are not generating a good idea, if you do not have something new in your mind, then you won't be sustaining in the market. So if you talk about how we as Clarissa Group or how I generate a new idea is just by identifying the problems which a customer is facing, or just by coming up with the loopholes which a company is having. Then denoting that ideas in a book, then coming up to the various solutions by myself or by sitting with the employees and coming to a conclusion. So that can be the one main thing. So if you talk about our property or if you talk about our company, so if you generate a new idea, was that if you have to stand alone in this market, you have to have everything in one umbrella. So here, what we in Clarissa is doing is we have put everything under one umbrella. We have got adventure park, we have got spa, we have got rain gardens, even we have got all the conference facilities, we have got banquet halls, we have got every type of room to cater all the type of customers. We are catering all the broad kind of different type of events, the different levels of customers. So that is the one main idea every buddy is looking after. So, and secondly, it is not only what idea we are having. That is not actually true. It's just that every time there is a new learning, every time the technology is evolving, every time everybody is having a new idea. It is just the execution how to work. If your idea is executed in the right way, then of course you can make a good outcome of that. So it's not that every idea is executed 100% or every idea has a good solution. So sometimes your ideas fail. So you have to sit together. You have to do a lot of research work. You have to do a lot of competitors research. Then you have to come to a conclusion that yes, this upgradation is required, or these new things are required, or this technology can be integrated in the company. So this takes a quite longer time. It's not a 1 or a 2 year job. It takes a lot of time to come up with new idea, to prepare that idea, to market it, and then put it in the market for the people to be with. So it takes quite long.
Okay. Yeah, and next question is, what is your hidden talent that no one knows it?
No one knows it.
No one knows it.
I think the quite amazing thing which I see. Mostly people know it because earlier I was having fear of public speaking, so I overcome that fear. I never used to play guitar, but I'm a guitarist. That was yes, I think so. Everybody's kind of doing that. I was a side drummer in the band. You always used to see that Republic Day, I suppose. The way the army bands used to go, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I was one of the drummers. I was there in the Republic Day.
Okay. And if you get a chance to write an autobiography of yours, what would be the title that you wanted to give that?
Dream big, nothing is impossible in your life. So that would be, I think, so the appropriate title to any of the book, which I hope if anybody writes for me or if I write.
That's a nice. It's a great inspiring news, sir. We end up with a question, sir, and we'll ask few of them if they have any questions or queries to know about an entrepreneurship and all. Yeah, if you have any doubts or queries, you can interact with sir. You can mute yourself and
I would be very happy to answer all the questions if there is any doubt related to your startups.
yeah, startup.
Internships, education.
You can unmute and talk to sir.
Hello.
Yeah, you can start with sir.
Very good morning, sir. Sunil Kumar this side.
Good morning.
Sir, my question is that if I had a business idea, but I don't have fund, but my business idea initially require funds. So, as an entrepreneur, it is a main challenge that we face in our initial stage. So, is what are the ways to overcome from this problems?
So you have got your idea, so you know your idea will be launched in the market and you will earn millions of that. And you don't have the funds to it. Am I right?
Right.
That is the question. And how to overcome that. So one main thing to become an entrepreneur, you have to be minimalistic. So that means you should have the minimum things in your mind. You should have the minimum funds to do it. And in nowadays, becoming a millionaire or becoming an entrepreneur, you do not require funds actually. Because after the pandemic, this technology has made you so much addicted to it that you actually do not require a fund. Yeah, if you wanted to become an author, you needed to publish a book that would have costed you 8,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, right? But now if you want to publish a book, you can directly go to a Kindle and you can directly publish it for free. So if you have an idea, then you can directly go to the links which are already available on the net and you can just go on. And there is actually no need of funding nowadays. The people which are actually going around the fundings are actually doing wrong, I suppose. Because if you think that you can run your business by taking the fundings of other people, you forget that you have to repay back their funds. You have to repay back with the interest. So that's what here we Clarissa also do. We are the debt-free company. We do not have any fundings. We do not have any loans. So we are an independent organization. And that's what I always even I also the second thing, if I talk about my experience, was that yes, there are two ways to learn. Either you lose the money, and the second thing is by gaining the experience. So we, as an entrepreneur, we lost a lot of money in understanding the things, getting the things wrongly done. But as an entrepreneur, I was always being told that if I do not have an ability to take a risk, I cannot be an entrepreneur. So I had to take a risk. I have to lose the money. I have to shed out a lot of money to learn more things. But there were many other ways to do that. There is not necessary that you require funds. You can gain a good handsome amount of knowledge by doing various certification courses. That is the one main thing. Nowadays, a lot of courses are available. You will take an appropriate knowledge of those and then come up. And next, if you talk about the failures will always be there. The one main thing, if you want to escape the failures, is that what we are also doing is hiring the right amount of people. If you hire the right people in your company to manage it, I think so your percentage of getting failed will reduce. So that's what we did after the year of experience when we lost certain time or certain amount of money to get experience. We hired right type of people at right amount. So supposingly, if you want to start a restaurant, I'm just giving an example. So if you want to start a restaurant, so you have to jot down the one basic thing what a restaurant needs. They require a good ambience, they require a good chef, and they require a good manager. If you have all these three things, then I don't think that your amount of failure or percentage of failure will be more. So you should hire a right type of people basically to reduce yours.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for so much for enriching us with your insightful thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other?
Yeah, thank you, Sunil. And is there anyone else who wanted to interact with sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Anish, you can interact with sir.
So I just wanted to ask that how do you motivate yourself?
Yes, very interesting question. So I motivate myself. So, there are many situations when you get depressed. There are many situations where you feel low in your life. And that was the situation in 2020 where the pandemic happened. I was literally very depressed. So the one main thing I focused on was music. I used to play guitar a lot. So that actually motivated me a lot. Playing an instrument has given me a good motivation. Earlier, I never used to study. I never used to read books or do something like that. I generated that actually. I started reading the autobiographies of the people. And I read multiple of books in this pandemic. I did not many courses. So that kept me motivated. Yes, like these people have faced the failures. Then why not I? What is my age? Then you have got a lot of questions to ask to yourself. You have already achieved your age is now favorable. So you can keep yourself motivated in a number of ways. So the music, learning, maybe reading books was the one main thing which I feel has kept me motivated till now.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Sir, I have one question. How to start a company, sir, while studying?
How to start a company while studying? Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you know or not. Even I started a company when I was doing my PGT. So when I was doing my PGT, me and my friends started a company. We were in first year. So we together started a company called inVisuals, where we developed kind of banners or online promotions for the people. So so that was the one main thing that you should have an idea. Basically, first thing is idea. To execute that idea, you need to take the reviews of the people. That whether your idea will actually be when you will put it in the market, will that actually give you a result or not? It's not necessary that people's review will actually help you. It's basically on luck also sometimes, and your product may or may not be accepted. But yes, when I launched a company in website called inVisuals, we used to actually put flyers, do online promotions of the company. So I was graduated from IIM. So we got the first contract of IIM only to do the companies or the college, uh, what you can say, the promotion. So that was the one main step we did it. We neither used any funds, we neither created anything. We just had one idea to create a company. So we together created visuals, that was multimedia visuals. Then we two actually sat together and understand that what are our skill sets. So my friend was very good in making softwares and designing and all. And I was very good at presenting it in sales part. So we two collaborated and we came up, we just created a logo. We just made 2 or 3 sample work and we posted it. And that's how we got it. But now we actually destroyed that company as soon as we passed, as soon as we passed out. So it's not at all tough to create a company. You just need to have an idea.
And with the idea, we need to invest something also. So at that time, we wouldn't have anything to invest.
No, actually, what was needed? We just required a laptop, we required a internet, and that's all we had. We used to sit in the cafeteria when we are conferences. So we used to come up with something new. Yeah, there is a sports day. Let's design this for this. So we started developing. Then we went to our professors and then we showed our work. So they said that okay, we will start paying you. So why not you do it for college itself? Then we started as a full time. We did it for 1.5 years, and we enjoyed it. And then we actually discovered that company.
That's a great experience you have, sir. One more question, sir. What are your most afraid of regarding the future success of the business?
Can you be louder, please?
What are your most afraid of regarding the future success of the business, sir?
What am I afraid
Afraid regarding the success of the business.
regarding
Future.
success? What is the key behind the factors?
Yeah.
behind the success of the business? Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, behind any success, you have got the right type of employees, which I've already told. So that is very much important because you might become a director, you might become a CEO. What will you do alone if you do not have the right type of people in your company? So that is very, very tough. So that's what I'm doing it. Behind any success of the company are there people who are working with you, under you. So that was the one biggest strength of any company. And what we are doing it. We are not treating our employees as an employee. We are treating as an employee as a family. We are catering to their need first and then our customers. If we are not keeping our employees happy, we are not keeping our employees satisfied, then it is very tough for the company to sustain in the future. So that's what here we are doing it. We are just focusing on hiring a right type of people at right time, at the right price. And that's what the Carissa family is.
So one more question. Like if an employee doesn't have some skills, will you remove him from the job, or else will you add some skills to him while training and development?
I'm not getting you exactly. So what you want to ask? Want to ask that if you are hired as an employee?
Yeah, if you hired as an employee, he doesn't have a skills. So will you provide him a training, proper training, or will you remove him from the job?
I have already told you this question because you have asked me the five takeaways which the Claysa is giving. In the fifth point, we have already told you that Claysa is providing employment not only in the employment sense, we are catering to the women empowerment who are unskilled, who are uneducated, we are giving employment to them. We are also catering to physically handicapped people. The third thing, the main thing is, we are also giving the job opportunities for the training purposes to both the hospitality industry people and for the MBS graduate. We are giving it trainings, industrial trainings, winter trainings to all the departments which are mainly operations, sales and marketing, HR, finance. So it is not that any unskilled person can come. This industry has got more than 100 departments to work, 100 departments. And each day there are new departments which evolve, which you even I don't know. So every time there are certain things which are coming up. So if you are unskilled, it's no problem. We provide you the training of 3-4 months, 6 months, and then you can work with us.
Yeah, sure. And if anyone wants to interact with sir, you can.
Hello.
Hello, sir. You can hear. We can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
My name is Sandeep. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You need to mouth the please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, my question is, sir, how to generate idea?
How to generate an idea? Okay, so this is a quite very unique question. I would feel that. First of all, you need to be focused at actually what you want to do in life. If I wanted to run a hospitality industry, I wanted to run a hotel, then you need to be educated in that field. So that is very much important. What I have seen today is there are a lot many engineers who do MBA and go into banks. So what is the purpose of doing engineering if you want to go to bank?
Yes, sir.
I think the only thing that was the one unique even like engineering because I go to the hospitality industry, so I get hotel management. Now the people will say I was a fool. I was a fool to go to engineering and road fire. But that actually right. If you're not skilled in what you want to do in your future, then what is the purpose of your study? And as soon as you are focused, you will automatically get educated in that field and you will automatically generate an idea. So right now, if I'm sitting in a property, I could see lot many customers around me. We have got lot many things to tell. So your property has a very good balcony, your property is having this. But there are certain type of customers which will come and say that, sir, I didn't like this food. Sir, I didn't like the rooms. So there are not many type of people. So the idea, you can take it from the people also. It's not that you always have to generate it. So you can just collect the problem. You need to identify the problem which is there in the market or in particular industry you are working on. And then you can find out or even go on a research to find a solution to that. That is the one best thing to get onto any idea. So if you talk about how we developed first electronic website or first electronic resort, was just came up with the problem of social distancing. So for a hospitality industry, social distancing was a main problem because our employees would directly meet with the customers and we needed to reduce the problem of customer touch points. So that would have been really possible if we developed a web check-in, a digital menu, a digital payment modes. Now you just have to pay with your phone, you have to scan and you have to pay. So you do not have to pay with your card or with cash. So that was a main problem. So
Yeah.
we find a problem, we find it a solution, and that's what an idea.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, my second question is, sir, I'm taking as MBA, pursuing MBA in finance. Sir. So, which ideas can I work on?
See, there are a number of ideas. It's not that if you're a finance person, you need to work only on finance. So it also depends upon what graduation you have done. So maybe you have been an IT person, and if you have done finance, why not you work with a technology which is more coming up with like UPI? UPI has been more into this market. So you can come with a face lock technology. Now the people do not have to scan; they just have to show their face, and the transaction can be done.
Yes.
So these technologies are vast in India. And when I was been abroad for 2 years, so I never saw any employee either in the shopping malls or in the airports or in the restaurants anyway. They always have got the technology. Even you have to pay anything, you just have to show your face or you have to just show the card. Transactions can be done. So that a finance student can easily do if he has got a basic idea of IT, or he can take the help of any IT person and get something very different or unique idea related to finance.
Yes, sir. And as I'm a fresher, so I have 360-degree view, and how to filter out the which sector should I go, and that sector will be grow. How to identify that?
So I'm not exactly getting you. So you are saying that you are a fresher and you wanted and how to generate an idea, right?
Yes, sir.
If you are a fresher, it's quite easy. If you do not have anything set with your family or something, you can directly join a company of your choice. It's not necessary that you want to go to a multinational. I never joined a multinational in my training. I always chooses a company which is a startup company because in a startup you can learn more. You have got an advantage to actually interact with direct person who has actually started that company. You can take his ideas. You have got more chances to actually come up with your own ideas and execute them. You get an opportunity there, which I don't think you can get it in any of the multinational companies nowadays because they're looking for an experienced person. The best way to learn is join a startup company of your choice. It's not necessary that you
No,
should
yes, yes, absolutely fine.
then learn from that.
Yes, thank you, sir.
You're most welcome. Anybody
Okay,
else?
Sandeep, is there anyone else want to talk with sir? I think so. No one, sir. Yeah, we'll come to an end with the session, sir.
Thank you so much.
Hello,
Yeah,
one more. Hello,
yeah.
can I? Sir,
Sure.
I would like to join you in future also. So how can I join with you?
Uh, I would be very honored to have you in my company. Is you're directly asking because we are invited case people join us. There are training programs which are going on. They begin to the internship. The one basic thing which I have been facing is that people are just moving over the money. They just want money in the internship. They actually don't want to learn.
Yes.
Which we at Lisa don't focus on. We totally focus on your building you as a CEO and not as a manager.
Yes.
So if you join our company as a intern or internship, then surely we can invite a good knowledge in you to become a next CEO in next 5 10 years. So there are
Sir, definitely. Thank you, sir.
Sir. Is there anyone else? I think so. No one, sir. And thank you so much for your sharing your knowledge, experience, and how to start up with an company and all. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And it's so very inspiring for us. Thank you so much, sir.
it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, we'll end up with the session, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thank you for everyone for coming to the session and having a great day.
Can we please have people on camera? Harshan left.
I think so. No, sir has left. I think.
Harshan left. It's okay. I guess we should wind up now.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Same to you, Sneha.
Thank you. Yeah, same to you.